In World War II Zombies' first map, the Final Reich, we found out how to do both the casual and hardcore main Easter eggs. We found out how to upgrade all 4 variants of the Tesla gun, and found out how to get the Classic PPSH in-game. But I think odds are, there are still more Easter eggs to be found within this map. In this video, we're going to be counting down the top 5 unfound Easter eggs within the Final Reich, or at least the best leads we have towards those unfound Easter eggs. If you do enjoy this video, I'd appreciate it if you can hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. But first I want to give it to the 2 project leads for zombies at Sledgehammer Games. When recently they did an interview with PlayStation, they said this. Take a listen.
We've got some hardcore focused test groups that have still not uncovered some of the mysteries we've got there. And
we had one group. We had one group tell us they finished it, and we're like, no, you actually did nothing.
So they're basically saying that there are Easter eggs within this map that even their playtesters haven't fully uncovered. Obviously, their playtesters would have tried and completed the regular casual Easter egg, the hardcore Easter egg, which involves upgrading all 4 Tesla guns, and of course now we found out about the Classic PPSH. This means, guys, the only side Easter egg that is not connected to the main Easter egg that we found out so far is that PPSH. I can't believe that they'll only have 1 side Easter egg on this main Zombies on Disc map. This is always the Zombies map that the team has the longest time to work on, that they put some of the most effort in. I can't believe that Sledgehammer would only have 1 side Easter egg on this map. There has got to be more to find, to be something more out there that we're missing, and that's my rationale for presenting these 5 leads. So let's start it with our first one. The main clock tower here on the map, the Final Reich, is one of the most prominent landmarks of the map. It's one of the most visible and detailed objects on the map, but as far as we know right now, it doesn't have any other purpose than just being there. It's not used in the casual or hardcore Easter eggs, but there is some secrets to discover about it. When using a sniper rifle to actually zoom into the very top of the clock tower, we can see at the 4 edges of that clock tower, there are these large Tesla coils. We know that electricity and Tesla coils play a big part in the lore and other Easter eggs in this map, just like the 1 step in the casual Easter egg where you actually have to power up the Tesla coils in the tower area of the map. These 4 Tesla coils atop one of the biggest and most mysterious kind of structures on the map have yet to have any official purpose. There have been theories in the past of how to actually power up these coils, either by shooting them in a specific order with the Tesla gun. There's even been what I think is a really good suggestion that the Zeppelin that flies over the map at certain points of the Easter egg has something to do with it. It actually shines its spotlight on the tower as it's flying around the map, perhaps giving us a hint that it's related to these Tesla coils on the roof. We know that the Zeppelin can shoot down what is essentially concentrated bursts of electricity. What if we can somehow make the Zeppelin shoot at the top of the tower? Maybe you can fake the lightning strike of the Zeppelin out, or you have to shoot it with a certain weapon at a certain point in time while it's in its firing sequence to get it to engage those Tesla coils at the top of the tower. And who knows, if it powers those up, what will happen? There's 2 other interesting things about this tower. The first is actually at the very, very top of it, where you can barely make out. I'm not sure how you'll be able to make it out on video. You can check it out in game for yourself. But there is a weather vane in the shape of a chicken at the very, very top of the tower. Now we know that a chicken weather vane is used in an Easter egg as part of the hardcore Easter egg, where this one down by the riverside is used. Perhaps this one at the very top is also used for something. We just don't know what yet. Furthermore, I've seen other people in the community point out that only 2 of the lights on this main clock tower are lit, and the other 2 are not. Perhaps there's a way to get the lights on the 2 floors above to turn on, and maybe that'll have some kind of effect. This clock tower seems much too prominent and much too detailed at certain spots just to be used for show, so that people can only see these things if they're looking through a sniper rifle. There's gotta be something more to it. At our number 4 spot, members of the community have noticed that you can actually use grenades or the explosive M1911s to shoot down the chimneys that are atop several several houses in this map. When you actually use the explosives on these chimneys, they visibly basically break, they fall to the ground. There's about 8 or 9 different chimneys on the map that you can actually do this to. There's been speculation that you actually have to shoot them down in a specific order or with a specific weapon, perhaps at a specific time in the Easter egg or during a specific round. That'll actually trigger something to happen. It is known that later in the Easter egg, the Zeppelin can actually shoot at these chimneys, causing them to break just like they would when you threw a grenade at it, perhaps signifying that whatever step you need to do has to be done before the Zeppelin shows up. It's weird that these chimneys that are so high up and of which there are so many are interactable in some way. Perhaps there's a greater purpose for it. At our number 3 spawn, have you ever been walking through the courtyard, maybe looked at this house that's right next to the actual entrance to the salt mines and noticed that something's kind of off about it, that there seems to be some large metal rectangular box attached to the side of the house? Well, members of the community have noticed this too, and some believe that it's connected to some kind of unfound Easter egg on this map. It's really weird why this metal box looking thing is here in the first place. I've seen some people actually compare it to the mystery box that's on the map. It looks kind of similar. Big metal box or panel which seems like it can be opened down the middle. I know some people have tried to interact with this in various ways, either by shooting it with upgraded Tesla guns or even using the fire pit trap to blast up and try to interact with it somehow, maybe press the action button on it, similar to the method to unlock the blue, which is actually the green Enigma machine that we found out earlier this week. As for now, the huge metal panel on the wall of the house in the courtyard remains unsolved. The mystery of why it's there is still there. At our number 2 spot is the last theoretical unfound Easter egg that had a big hunt for it, and that is the double pack-a-punch on this map. There are 3 main reasons that I've seen people in this community believe that there's a double pack-a-punch. The first was because of this message, which was placed in the news section of the Zombies menu when the game came out. It signified that weapons can be upgraded multiple times, we know, which signifies a double pack-a-punch. That message has actually since been removed, and that line of multiple upgrades has actually been taken out. The second reason people seem to believe that there's a double pack-a-punch is if you take a look at the pack-a-punch machine, it looks like there's some kind of code on the side of the machine with a big red button that seems like it'd be great if there's some kind of action associated with it. I've seen people speculate that the yellow coils that you can see on the side of the PAP machine can be upgraded somehow, that new coils can be placed in, and that's how we'll unlock the ability to double pack-a-punch. The third reason people believe that there is a double pack-a-punch on this map is because of this camo that was found in the game files. As you know, we have our regular papped camo. It's the same for every weapon in the game, but this camo has not been found yet. It's rumored that this is definitely a pack-a-punch camo. It looks similar to the one that we already have. Obviously, it's red in color, much more eye-popping. It seems to me that it'd definitely be an upgrade over the pap camo that we've already got in the map. We know that it's in the game files. The question is it a piece of content that was scrapped? Can we actually access this in-game? A huge part of me hopes we can, because I don't know about you guys, but this thing looks so much sicker than the actual pap camo we got. I'd love to actually play with this in the Final Reich. And lastly, we have the Jack-in-the-Box emblems, which are scattered throughout the Final Reich. If you head up to the toy maker shop, you can look down, take a look at some of the original Jack-in-the-Box plating that we see within the toy shop here. Well, there's a bunch of these scattered throughout the map. The first is actually very near the chicken weathered vein that's used for the Easter egg. Over by the riverside, you can see that there's a Jack-in-the-Box plate here. There's another one that's actually inside of the fire pit trap. It's actually at the very bottom. You're gonna have to see them. There's 2 of them there. It's pretty dark to see, but there's another 2 wall emblems here. I've seen people speculate that these are kind of hints pointing towards some kind of Easter egg, that these are steps for an Easter egg, and that they're all connected in some fashion, similar to how the Jack-in-the-Box plate on the second map, Groston House, is connected to upgrading weapons on that map. There's those metal plates that actually give us hint that this is indeed an Easter egg. Fans have also noticed that within the zombies area of the headquarters, on the wall, there are more of these plates, and specifically 2 of them are darkened for whatever reason. I've seen people speculate that, you know, maybe there's some way as you accomplish some Easter egg that more of these plates will become darkened in the headquarters. And I don't know about you guys, but it'd be really sick if there'd be some kind of interconnected functionality between headquarters and zombies, some kind of Easter egg associated with that. I think that'd be freaking awesome. But there is actually one more symbol that you might have noticed if you looked really hard on the map that has caught the community's attention for how often it appears on the map and for how random where they're actually placed are. And that is the Roman numeral 1, which can be seen at many different places around the map. Over by the riverside, over by the water wheel, over beside the window entering the bunker, above the M1 Grand Wall. By these 1 Roman numerals are all around the map, and we're not sure why. It doesn't seem like they're like a decorative piece or something because they're located so randomly. This is another one of those things that I've seen people speculate that maybe, you know, you have to shoot them in a specific order with the right weapon. It just seems so weird why they're here. If they're just a regular decorative piece, they're in very random spots. But that wraps up all the leads to the unfound Easter eggs here on the Final Reich. Hopefully the hunt for Easter eggs on this map doesn't stop. I can't imagine that the Classic PPSH is the only side Easter egg they put on this map. I can't believe it. There's gotta be more, guys. These are the top 5 leads. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope this video might have inspired you to continue the hunt. Happy hunting, guys. Hopefully we find something soon, and I'll see you with another zombies video tomorrow. Peace out.